Afternoon, peeps. Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing very, very well. And I mean that, by the way. I know I always say it at the start of my videos, but I genuinely mean it because this world can be a cruel and tough place at times. So hopefully you're all doing okay. If you are new to the channel, don't forget, please hit that subscribe button. We have a target of 30,000 subscribers before March 25th. It's going to be tough. It is. March 25th is my birthday, and I've set the target of 30,000 before my birthday. We might get there. We might get there. We've got a month to go. So look, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Remember, don't forget to share and like the videos as well. It all helps. All right, a bit of a marathon for me today. We're doing quite a few videos just because why not? I'm off today. I thought let's just get to the studio and do a few videos. This is like Ade of old school. Before, when I was trying to grow the channel, a lot of you asked me, Ade, how did you grow your channel? Well, I just did a load of videos. Like, I knew I wasn't going to get the numbers, right? I was only getting a couple of hundred views, but I thought, you know what, if I do 5 or 6 videos, that's 1,000 views. That's the way I used to look at it. So if you are trying to grow your YouTube channel and you just started, the only advice I can give you, number one, get a mic, get a decent camera, but do videos, like chuck them out. And I think people will start to kind of follow the channel and give you some respect for at least the hard work you're putting in. So yeah, this is Ade of old school now. What I wanted to do was a video about Josh Taylor and Terence Crawford. Obviously, look, I don't want to be disrespectful to Jack Catterall and Jack Catterall's fans. Obviously, look, Josh Taylor's got to take care of business, on Saturday night. But he's massive favourite to do so, and I think he will do so as well. And I think he will do it in spectacular fashion. And then the question is going to be, what next? I mean, look, he's got loads of mandatories next, but are they mandatories that excite the fans? A lot of people have said Josh isn't getting the respect he deserves. Will he get the respect if he takes on the mandatories? Maybe not. I know some people have mentioned Zepeda as an opponent, and that's a good fight for Josh. It really is. It's a good fight, ideally in America as well, to grow the American market. But I think Josh, after Jack Catterall, I've said this for a while now, Josh has been at 140 for a very, very long time, and he's a big, big 140. I think Josh should go to 147. For me, he's done all the business he can do at 140. If the Teofimo Lopez fight's there next, immediately, then stay at 140, go for the Teofimo Lopez fight. But now Lopez coming off a loss. That fight's lost its magic, its luster. Gervonta Davis went to 140 against Barrios, was chirping a bit, has now gone back down to 135. Mikey Garcia got beat by Sandor Martin. So all the reasons to stay at 140, all the big fights are done. They're not there. So go to 147. You're the undisputed, unbeaten champion at 140. There isn't a case of you have to go behind this person or that person at 147. No, you jump the queue. If you're Josh Taylor, you jump the queue. You've done the work. You jump the queue. And I think you look at the 147 landscape. Do you go for Jaron Ennis or Virgil Ortiz? No, you go for a champion. That's what you do. You go for a champion. Spence Ugas winner? Possibly. Honestly, I'm being serious, by the way. Josh jumps the queue. Josh is a pound for pound top 5, top 6. You jump the queue. For me, the only name that makes sense is Terence Crawford. It's T-Bud. They've had a couple of interactions recently. I don't know if you guys have seen it. And someone did it on YouTube where they put clips of them kind of bumping into each other and saying hello. People are starting to stir the pot with this one just a little bit. Obviously, Terence Crawford was over here recently at the Amir Khan-Kell Brook fight. And he did a video immediately after when he got home and saying like the UK fight fans are the best. Not like, oh, you're one of the best. No, you're the best. And he did say, look, you know, potentially I could see you again soon. Remember, he fought over here when he fought Ricky Burns. I think Josh Taylor versus Terence Crawford makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. And even if you're Terence Crawford, I mean, look, Terence Crawford has recently come out and said, I want to fight the winner. Or, you know, if I can't get the Spence Ugas, I'd fight the winner of Jamel Charlo versus Castano. I like T-Bud, but I mean, this is a guy that's a small guy. I mean, going to 154 against the guys that are very, very big, coming down, like, I don't know. I don't even want to think of what Jamel Charlo walks around at. And look, Terence Crawford's a fantastic fighter, so he could negate the size thing, but really and truly, there are fights for him at 147, and the fight for him at 147 is Josh Taylor. Now, I don't know if it's a big enough fight to happen in the States, but over here, Sky Sports, box office, and it will be that, an arena, any arena here, it's the fight Josh needs. It's a risky fight, but this is boxing. It's the fight Josh needs to really get that respect from not just fight fans, but sport fans. It's the fight he needs. It will sell out an arena here, just like that. We are desperate for big fights over here. We saw it recently with Amir Khan, Kell Brook. You know, we'll get behind a big fight. And I think that's the fight Josh needs desperately. The only issue, well, there's a couple of issues. I don't know if Terence looks at it as a big fight. I'm not sure. Like, Terence is desperate, obviously, for the Errol Spence Ugas winner. And he's mentioned Jamel Charlo Castano. I don't know if Terence looks at Josh as a big name opponent. He should. I think he should, because Josh deserves that respect. Again, he's unbeaten. He's cleaned up at 140. But I don't know if Terence does. I don't know at this stage of his career, and what's Terence, 34, 33, 34? I don't know if he looks at Josh as that guy. And the other big thing, obviously, you guys will remember a couple of months ago when Terence Crawford, and I think he still has, filed that lawsuit against Top Rank. Obviously, Josh has signed to Top Rank. So, look, there are a few hurdles, but I know for a fact that Terence, when he was here, had conversations with Sky Sports. I know that. So he's already speaking to Ben Shalom and Adam Smith and all the other people, the head of Sky Sports Boxing. So he wants to come over here and fight again. And the only person he can fight over here right now that makes sense is Josh Taylor. It's a perfect fight, and it's a very, very good fight. Forget all the, it makes sense for Josh and it makes sense for Terence because of, growing their profiles, and, Terence has nowhere to go and Sky will pay him well because it'll be a good fight and it'll do good numbers. It's just a great fight. You've got unbeaten Terence Crawford, freeweight world champion, versus unbeaten, undisputed Josh Taylor coming up from 140. It will be one of the biggest fights that can be made this year. Like, one of the biggest. As much as I'm still fingers crossed for Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, that fight looks like a million miles away now. That fight will be one of the fights that just got away. It will be. It will be our Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis. It will be one that just got away because Terence wants big money, and I think PBC will look at his numbers. They'll look at the numbers he's done against Sean. They'll look at his other numbers and think, you're just not worth that money. I mean, that's kind of what Bob was alluding to, right? Like, Bob was like, you need to do a bit more to grow your profile. Whereas over here in the UK, I think fight fans, we're desperate for some of those big names to come over. Like, we love it. When they come over, we get behind them. We'll ask for autographs. We'll take photos. They'll get more love from us over here than they do in the States. Terence will get more love from UK fight fans than American fight fans. It's true. He will. And I like the fight. And I think Josh will take it. I think Terence, if offered the right money from Sky, will take it. He's a prize fighter. It's, put the check on the table. He'll take it. I just feel that the Top Rank thing might stop it from happening. And it probably will stop it from happening. But that'll be one of my fights of the year if it could get made. I think Josh will start as a not a big underdog, but an underdog. But that's, I think, the position he needs to be in to get that Josh, that fire in the belly. And I love it. I really do love it. Look, guys, what do you make of it? Am I just getting excited about something that will never happen? Surely it's more likely to happen than Terence versus Errol Spence at this stage. Or Terence versus Jamel Charlo Castano winner. I mean, come on. It needs to happen. And if you're Terence, I mean, what are you doing right now? What are you doing? I mean, pound for pound number 2. What an amazing fight, a freeweight world champion. And right now, realistically, there's no opponent for you. There is no opponent. And if you're Terence as well, I mean, do you want to fight one of those young upcoming kids where you're going to get no respect for the win? I mean, as much as people say things about Ennis hasn't fought anyone. And you're sorry, but you need to fight someone before fighting, the likes of Errol and Terence. And Virgil Ortiz hasn't fought anyone. And don't say Kavaliauskas, he hasn't fought anyone. So, look, do you want to fight one of those guys where if you do win, people will say, it's Terence Crawford, he's supposed to win? Or do you want to fight someone that right now is looking really good and is a pound for pound top 5? I know I'd rather do. Guys, what do you think? Let me know. Peace.